Yeah, I have to deal with it as if it like still, yeah, like an energy reaction that be somewhat forming at one particular spot of it, like extra sensors that's going to send up magnetically, yeah, throughout my own system, like scanning the space and I surf it. And yeah, depending on how deep it goes within that layer, so maybe it might find me, maybe it might not on the special side. But by the time that happens, special side, I do have a hot hand that's gonna go off and try to like push us for closer as my system on my border itself. Yeah, over stuff that like stupid over infinity on the special side. Using the government system over here to go off and assist a genocide conflict that there were drugs that then fall back into like teenage girls who like the crushes from like I'm like I already been through this already. You see what DMX did to my hood over here also? DMX somehow brought like all the young kids around, especially the young girl from high school. Yeah, to go off and have like a secret crush on him into my things, especially right next to Michael Jackson into my things, especially. Yeah, so now the little girl over here going off to like possibly masturbate off DMX. So like even Michael Jackson, all the dudes within the space or the time where they came from into my things, especially myself. Yeah, it is what it is, but that's a system over here that they decide to go off and look into. I'm like, really? You're gonna jump inside the Husher fan base? Yeah, like the old PDD fan base over here as a girl group over here that have all these CDs, and then use that network over here to go off and like use my federal system on my draft order to then go off and do warfare based off like imagination, and that's like the dumbest fucking thing ever into my things, especially. So I decided to like somewhat stick with the technology and systems. The same way that the fridge does will go off like continues to integrate new technology inside the containment space, so like the technology of the statistics that they got off refrigeration, which is the unique technology area that they use to go off and make sure that thermal energy does not expand past this aluminum or the space that they design uniquely that then makes up for like the refrigeration technology in the system itself, and then everything else like that touchscreen, like that feedback for like the ice or flash freezing. It's just a extra system over here for like another mechanical system, a computer system over here that they integrate. I trust me when I said it did improve the space here. I like the new stove that they get that go off and light up electrically and like not even need flames on the special side. That give me less fire for my smoke detector. By the time I'm done with it, I'm happy with what I'm seeing on the special because all these new red grills that they had. Remember the new ones that they had that they were selling over the catalogs? Nobody was buying them because it's too expensive. And the PC Richard and Center over here, with bargain center over here, makes money off like the middle class sector and the upper class system. Because of the fact that even the main upper class group over here are not willing to go off and like pay for the eye by the eyeball for like a system that they barely use unless they were like an industry or like a chef group or other things around the special side. Let's say it is what it is, man. So by the time I decide to go off and make my niche inside of a new sector of technology and system, that's where to a module with like Lego blocks or other things over here. That's where to like a millimeter scale robotic system that go off and assemble and be able to create new antenna systems or new possibilities around, especially household retrofitted system. That's why I design my business around, especially I'm within the field of mechatronics. A system where we have to go off and design their own computational space, their architecture, all that stuff I've taught myself, and then somewhat improvise into another platform, another system to sustain and like create something new and a new trend that's fun for kids and adults, and especially I maintain my platform, make my money first. Yes, I'll go off and eat and be happy. As simple as that, man. But somehow they bought me like whatever the fuck that shit is over here. It's like as like old people that are like coming out of like the federal government over here, and they retrieve their wives and their girlfriend told them to go off and express themselves emotionally, and they gave me emotional meatball meal over here. That's somewhat fucked up the story beyond if you can imagine. I tried to tell that dude over here that I'm at least at home on my phone over here talking to myself emotionally. But that dude over here is like going on in front of the public. I'm like, the difference between the two of us is that me over here, I'm doing it correctly. So I'm also here telling kids to like get off my fucking phone on my lawn. And then your dumbass over here is like doing it publicly as a whole over here. Yeah, it's finna to go off and play with yourself in front of the public. I make an ugly drama on, especially me really, I don't even want the film. I just want my privacy, so I go off and be like a secret genius on, especially with like a cool platform, a cool following, or like a music scene or something like that. Or like I'm like the DJ over here, like my own substation over here, go out to like be like BB Boo Boo, mix my music around, especially and my crowd over here. That's like come from the entire world, for like all age group over here watching me mix my CD over here. What's up? To go off and create a new recipe for a flambe. That's like a machine system, and then I get my brand and like my trend happening around, especially everybody's using my exploit, my hack, all sorts of things from left to right. I'm already a legend inside the space here as one of the few. Yeah, I'm a sage, and I'm satisfied with the millions of dollars that I made off of that special side. But jealousy kicks in. I said, I don't know, man. I try to tell her like, here's America for like 5 years. By the time I come back inside the United States over here, it's still in my shit over here. It's still there, picking. I'm sorry, not going after like stupid putting criticism. I'm like, you'll kill yourself already inside the class.